Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into another knife review and checking out the CJRB Crag. And I've had this for probably about 2 or 3 months now, and I've carried it for probably about 2.5 to 3 weeks at work. And I will tell you, this is a great EDC knife for work. It's nothing fancy, but it's built well. It feels good. It's got some great size to it, so we'll get into it here in just a second. They do have a few different variations of this. If you guys saw my first knife review, it was over the CJRB Bolt. This thing is amazing, very lightweight and very durable, and I really like this. They have this in a few different color options as well, but this uses their recoil lock version 2. You can see here you got the crossbar and the fin, and it just works really well. You can pull back here to close it, or you got the fin up top you can pull. So a really cool design on that. Well, the Crag is an older knife from them, and it uses the recoil lock, but this is the original version. And this took a little bit of getting used to. Not that it's difficult or anything like that, but it feels different than any other knife that I've used. So we'll get into that here in just a second. This is the blue version with the G10 scales. It's also available in black, green, carbon fiber. You got a flip tab on the back side right behind the recoil lock. But like it's hard to explain in person, but the feeling of it, just it's different. It's not assisted or anything like that. It just feels a little different. I don't know how to explain it, but this has a stone-washed cleaver style blade with a plain edge, and it's in RPM 9 steel, which isn't anything fancy, but it's a good steel, and I think it's a great steel for somebody that's going to EDC this at work quite a bit. You know, it's a great beater knife. It does have a deep carry pocket clip, and it is reversible. There you can see the lanyard hole. It does kind of got that bronze copper accent color around the pivot. As far as the blade, it is 3.43 inches long, or just under 3.5 inches, and a total length of 8.15 inches. It comes in right around 4.8, 4.9 ounces, so it's not, you know, extremely heavy. The blade, you can tell, is definitely got a lot more weight to it than the handle, but it's still pretty well balanced right behind the pivot point. It is kind of an ambidextrous lock because it's got kind of some jimping up top here, as well as some grip on each side. So when you go to close it, you can either grab it by the top and close it, or you can grab it by the sides and close it. So 1 or 2 finger. You do have a nice little finger choil up here so you can kind of choke up on it, but that's kind of if you're using the tip of the blade, because it's not too deep to where it'd be really hard to get on a flat surface with this, because your finger is going to be below the blade, but still very comfortable in your hand. There is no jimping or anything like that on the blade itself, just on the recoil lock. This is a tip-up carry, and the blade is centered nicely. So getting into this lock a little bit, so most knives have like a detent that you have to get past, and that's kind of what creates that oomph to get the blade moving. With this, there's actually spring pressure against it. So like you can pull it out to about right here. Anything closer to the scales, it will try to pull it back in. So in order to flick this open, you have to get past that point here. Instead of getting past a detent that's like right up against the scales, you got to get past right there. So it feels different because you have a lot of spring. It's not heavy spring pressure, but you know, you can see how far the spring pressure goes before it releases right there. And now it will basically free float past that, but you can't actually like, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't know if that's going to come across the video well, but it's just a little awkward. And timing it, you have to time it correctly when you're shutting it. Not that it's difficult, because if you don't time it correctly, like if I just hold this down all the way to close, it will actually bounce back out, because the blade has to push the recoil lock back forward. So it's kind of like releasing it as soon as this blade comes in. So basically, as long as you're past this point, when you release the recoil, then it should close just fine. I know I'm probably making it sound difficult, but it is. It's quite easy. It just feels different than any other lock that I've used. There you can see I released too soon and it just kind of stops. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I think it's a great EDC knife, especially for work purposes. There you can see the stone wash finish. I think it's really clean. There you can see RPM 9. Just up close look at the scales. Pocket clip, nice, not too loose or flimsy, but not too stiff either. There you can see the inside of the framework. And I don't know what it is. I just like that kind of cleaver, sheep's foot style blades. Just something about them I just really like. There's just kind of a close-up look of the flipper tab and the recoil lock. When you go to open, you can see that bar there. That's moving with the recoil lock. And there it's locked in. And you're pushing that bar back, and it comes back around it and locks in. So definitely a different design from what I'm used to, but I'm okay with it. So let's just go ahead and just do a few cuts, and then I'll get into the pricing. So here we have some 7-stranded paracord or 550 cord. And I just like how, sorry, I hit the tripod. I just like how deep the belly is, or just the shape of the blade. The length is good for making nice smooth cuts. Makes very easy work of it. So if I use the length of the blade to cut, it cuts really easy, but to just go straight on, it still does a good job. Slightly thicker. And 3/8. Yeah, using the length of that blade makes cuts extremely easy. And with the cleaver style, it's going to be really good at chopping as well. If you're looking for a good hiking or camping knife, I think this is a good one. Outside of a fixed blade, I think a fixed blade is always best or fantastic for camping and stuff, outdoors use, but something like this can also be fantastic. But this comes in at $40. You can also probably catch it on sale at certain times. And this knife has been around a while, but I liked its design, so I decided to pick it up and share my thoughts with you guys. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that thumbs up. I will have this link down in the description for you guys if you guys are interested, the CJRB Crag. And stay tuned, we will have plenty more knife reviews coming here soon. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.